شنو
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا حبيبنا محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا وداعيا إلى الله بإذنه وسراجا منيرا. أما بعد, my dear brothers and sisters, I hope you're well. I haven't seen many of you for a very long time. It's probably been more than 6 months. And it's good to see you again. And I hope and I pray that you're keeping well and keeping safe. Things are not easy for all of us. But of course you've heard how we should be keeping ourselves safe, how we should take precautions, and how we should be safeguarding our lives and the lives of our families, our neighbors, our friends, people around us. So I'm not going to talk about that today. I'm going to mention something about the Day of Judgment that we should all be mindful of. There are 9 regrets that we'll all have on the Day of Judgment. There are 9 regrets that Allah states in the Quran that we will all have on the Day of Judgment. I have listed them not in an orderly fashion, but in the way I found them most beneficial for me. So please bear with me while I read them out to you. Number 1, we will say, if only I never had this record. If only I was never given this record. وَأَمَّا مَنْ أُوتِيَ كِتَابَهُ بِيَمِينِهِ فَيَقُولُ يَا لَيْتَنِي لَمْ أُوتَ كِتَابِيَهْ يَا لَيْتَنِي لَمْ أُوتَ كِتَابِيَهْ. Say, oh, only if I did not get this record on this day. Only if I didn't get this record on this day. That would be a regret on the Day of Judgment for many. But Allah says in the Quran again and again, we will all die and we will come in front of it. Many of our friends and families and relatives, people we know from our neighborhood, from this congregation, have passed away in this COVID period. May Allah have mercy on their souls. My brothers and sisters, they all will be rising like we will be rising. Every single person will be rising on the Day of Judgment, and all of us will say, Ya laytani lam uta kitabiya. Oh, if only I did not have this record given to me. If only I did not have this record given to me. Why would we say that? Because we will see with our own eyes everything that we have done, small or big, large or medium size, doesn't matter. Ones that are secret, that was those that were hidden, everything. Allah Azza wa Jalla will make it apparent. And we will all say, Do I have to see this today? Ya Allah, do I need this record today? Do you need to remind me of my humiliating life, my miserable life that I've led on this earth? Ya Allah, do I really need this record today? Ya laytani lam uta kitabiya. If only I did not get this record today. It will be the first regret. Next regret will be, we will say, if only I didn't associate any partners with Allah. Ya laytani lam ushrik bi ahada. We will say, only if I did not associate any other partners with Allah. When I say associate any other partners with Allah, when Allah Azza wa Jalla talks about associating partners with Allah, it is not just the literal sense of the association of idols or worshiping of idols, but in our day-to-day conduct, consciously and subconsciously, some people don't realize that they are conducting shirk on a regular basis. They don't realize that they're doing things that would constitute to associating partners with Allah. We say Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim to Allah every time. But just before we say Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim, we say Iyaka na'budu wa Iyaka nasta'in. You alone I worship and you alone I ask for help, and yet we go to other people for help. And yet sometimes we start worshipping our money, sometimes we're worshipping our ego, sometimes we worship our tribes, our nationality, our identities, our languages and our culture. Sometimes we worship our local heroes, sometimes we worship footballers, we worship TV stars, movie stars, celebrities. My brothers and sisters, on that day, ويقول يا ليتني لم أشرك بربي أحدا. We say يا ليتني لم أشرك بربي أحدا. I wish I did not associate. I wish I did not associate any partners with Allah. On that day, it will be too late. Those who had associated partners with Allah openly and directly will be in deep regret. And those who did not realize subconsciously will be told that you've been associating partners with Allah. My brothers and sisters, whether you do the shirk of the bigger type or shirk of the smaller type, we must all be aware that shirk will be a problem on the Day of Judgment. And we need to record all of those things well before and take account for them and ask Allah for forgiveness and mend our ways. Otherwise, on the Day of Judgment, this will form our regret. Regret number 3, I would say, if only I had obeyed Allah and His Prophet. If only I had obeyed Allah and His Prophet. يوم نقلب وجوههم في النار يقولون يا ليتنا أطعنا الله وأطعنا الرسول. الله أكبر. يا ليتنا أطعنا الله وأطعنا الرسول. On that day, when the faces shall be tossed into the fire, they will exclaim, if only I had obeyed Allah and His Prophet. If only I had obeyed Allah and His Prophet. On that day, my brothers and sisters, remember this verse in Surah Al-Ahzab, يَوْمَ نُقَلَّبُ وُجُوهُهُمْ فِي النَّارِ. And when the faces on that day will be tossed in the fire, will be thrown in the fire, they will all say, يَا لَيْتَنَا. If only أَتَعْنَا اللَّهَ وَأَتَعْنَا الرَّسُولَ. If I had obeyed Allah and His Prophet. That regret will be too late. For Allah repeatedly in the Quran and reminded us, أَتِعُوا اللَّهَ وَأَتِعُوا الرَّسُولَ أَتِعُوا اللَّهَ وَأَتِعُوا الرَّسُولَ أَتِعُوا اللَّهَ وَأَتِعُوا الرَّسُولَ. Allah Azza wa Jalla reminds us in the Quran again and again, obey Allah and His Prophet. Obey Allah and His Prophet if you want success. If you want Allah to love you, love Allah's Prophet, obey Him. And if you obey Him and you listen to Him, Allah will love you. Allah reminds you and I in the Quran again and again. That would be a regret of the Day of Judgment for those who did not obey Allah and His Prophet. They would say, يَا لَيْتَنَا أَتَعْنَا اللَّهَ وَأَتَعْنَا الرَّسُولَ. If only I had paid attention to what Allah has said and obeyed Him. If only I paid attention to what Allah's Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had said and obeyed Him. Regret number 4, my brothers and sisters, we will say, if only I had followed the path of the Prophet. If only I had followed the path of the Prophet. يا ليتني اتخذت مع الرسول سبيلا. And on that day they will say, would that be that I followed the path of the Prophet that he showed us? If only I had followed the path of the Prophet that he had showed us. Because our beloved Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam exemplified Islam in his life, not only one day, not only 2 days, But for 23 long years, he exemplified Islam in his life. For 23 years, he lived every word of Allah that was revealed to him. Every teaching that came to him, he followed it, and he told his companions, follow me if you want paradise. Follow Allah's path, because I am your prophet, Allah's messenger. You are to be guided by the mercy of Allah, but He has given me the lessons for you to learn. Listen to me. He would say, listen to me, O my people. Listen to me, O my people, for I have come to you as a warner, as a reminder. Listen to me. He was concerned by humanity's downfall, and he was concerned that people were not listening and taking heed. So that day, some people will say, if only I had followed the Messenger of Allah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. My brothers and sisters, that would be regret number 4. Regret number 5, we will say on that day, if only I had done something for the hereafter. If only I had actually stopped for a few seconds and invested for the hereafter. We will say, يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي. يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي. Remember, my brothers and sisters, in Surah Al-Fajr, Allah Azza wa Jalla says in verse 24, يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي. Would that I had provided something good for this life to come. If only I had put some investment in the hereafter. If only I had taken some time out of my busy life and put it for the hereafter. If only I had given some of my money in the cause of Allah. If only I had given some of my time in doing good work for the cause of Allah. If only I had given some of my time in doing good, inviting others to do good. If only I had given some time with my mouth to invite other people to do good. My brothers and sisters, on that day, we'll say, Ya laytani. يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي. يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي. If only I had given a little bit of time for the investment of the hereafter. You know, my brothers and sisters, we invest for this world in every way possible. Any opportunities to come, 4% investment return, I'll invest for it. 10%, I'll invest everything that I have. If somebody says to me, here is a house, if you buy this house, I'll give you 10% in return, you'll invest all your money. Allah Azza wa Jalla is saying, not only will I give you 10% in return, not only will I give you 100% in return, in some cases I'll give you more than 700 times return when you give in sadaqah. In fact, I'll give you infinite amount. In fact, your mind cannot even fathom of what I have prepared for you in the hereafter. You want more? You want usefulness? Will never come to an end in paradise. You want long life? Life never will come to an end. You want good health? You will never be ill in paradise. You want food? Food you will get of galore that you've never thought of. You want companionship? Allah will give you the best companion you could ever imagine. In fact, you can have as many companions as you like. You want the luxuries and the pleasures of this world that you miss. Allah will make available for you. And on that day we will say, يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي. If I had only invested for the hereafter. If I had only given a little bit for the hereafter. I said to my son this morning, my son, how many times do you need to pray a day? He said, 5 times a day. I said to my son, how long do you pray each time? He said, my dad, 5 minutes to 7 minutes each time. And I said to him, laughing, in your case, maybe 3 minutes each time because you do super speed prayer. He said, no, I pray slowly. I was just having a good laugh at him. He said, no, you're right, Daddy. It's 5 to 7 minutes. It doesn't take that long. So 5 daily prayers will take you half an hour. At best, if you pray long, 1 hour. 23 hours Allah has given you to do what you like. 1 hour every day. يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي. You will not be saying on the day of judgment, I did not invest anything in the hereafter. 1 hour out of your 24 hours. قدمت لحياتي. Give from this world for the life to come. What Allah is asking you to give, not too much. And yet we will have regrets because we didn't listen. The day of judgment, I will say, we'll all say, إِنَّا أَنذَرْنَاكُمْ عَذَابًا قَرِيبًا يَوْمَ يَنظُرُ الْمَرْءُ مَا قَدَّمَتْ يَدَاهُ وَيَقُولُ الْكَافِرُ يَا لَيْتَنِي كُنْتُ تُرَابًا وَيَقُولُ الْكَافِرُ يَا لَيْتَنِي كُنْتُ تُرَابًا. On that day, regret number 6 will be, if only I did not exist. I could have become a dust. I could have become soil. كُنْتُ تُرَابًا. I should have become dust and soil, insignificant. If only I could have turned into dust. In our local language, if only I could have turned into dust. No accountability, nothing to worry about. We did not exist or did exist, doesn't matter. My brothers and sisters, on that day, Allah will bring you out of the dust. منها خلقناكم وفيها نعيدكم ومنها نخرجكم تارة أخرى. It is from this dust we brought you, made you. It is to this dust we shall return you, and from this dust تارة أخرى will rise you again. تارة أخرى will rise you again. That will be our regret on that day. يقول الكافر, those who denied Allah, يا ليتني كنت ترابا. I wish I did not feel so humiliated today. All my records open for the whole world to see. I wish I did not exist. I wish I could have turned into dust. My brothers and sisters, regrets upon regrets upon regrets will be hereafter. You can change that if you're mindful and if you take heed of what Allah and His Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has taught us. Wa akhir da'wana and alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. My brothers and sisters, regret number 7, if only I did not take that person as my friend. If only I did not take that person as my friend. ليتني لم أتخذ فلانا خليلا لم أتخذ فلانا خليلا. If only I did not take that bad man, that bad woman as my friend. That wicked man and that wicked woman as my friend. That man who appeared strong and macho, I thought he's strong. I need to belong. I need to be part of this gang. I wish I didn't. On the day of judgment, I would say, I wish I did not take that rotten person as my friend, for he is today in hell, and I am with him. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, protect us from evil friends. My brothers and sisters, you can't blame anybody else for choosing evil friends. Your choice. You made that choice as to what kind of friends you hang around with. When I was younger, I used to hang around with a group of my friends. We went to school together. We went to the same Islamic school together. So they went a little bit astray, and I thought if I was with them, I'd bring them back. I tried for a couple of years. It was affecting my prayers. It was affecting my iman. One day I turned around and I said to them, guys, I love you dearly. We grew up together. We stayed in the same boarding school. We went to the same Islamic school. We studied the Quran, Hadith, and everything together under the same teachers. You guys are affecting my iman. I'm really sorry. I can't be I can't be your friends anymore. And I walked away. They were bitterly upset about my walking away from that friendship. My brothers and sisters, I protected my iman in my life. I do not want to end up like that. It's hard to walk away from friendship. And that's why don't make friendship with rotten people. Make friendship with people who will take you to paradise, or who will help you to go to paradise, who will remind you to go to paradise, who will remind you for doing good deeds, and not invite you to nightclubs, and not invite you to alcohol and drugs, and not invite you to illicit relationships, not invite you to do things that are immoral, not invite you to gang and crime and knives and this, that, and the other. I know one young boy who went out with his friends, and he went out with his friends, and he went out with his friends regularly until he was completely corrupted. One day he went out, little innocent boy, 16 years old, went out with his friends. There was a fight with other boys, and he was carrying a knife, and his friend said, go on, stab him, be a good man, be the strong man amongst us, be the leader. He took the knife and stabbed the boy. 16 years old kid, serving 5 years imprisonment and life destroyed forever. You choose the wrong friend, you will regret it on this earth, and you will regret it hereafter. You will say, I wish I did not take that person as my friend. Regret number 8, my brothers and sisters, if only I had stayed with the Muslims, I too would have been greatly benefit. I would have gained great amounts. On the day of judgment, we will say, يا ليتني كنت معهم فأفوز فوزا عظيما. If I had stayed with them, I would have also gained such victory and some gains. I would have stayed with the Muslims, I would have gained more. If I had stayed with the Muslims, I would have gained more. Gain on this earth and gain in the hereafter, because of morality, because of your connectedness, because of your spirituality, because of your prayer, because of all the things that you do. And last regret on the day of judgment from this list, my brothers and sisters, is we would say, if only I had been given another chance on this earth. Ya laytani, ya laytana, ربنا ونكونن من المؤمنين. If only I'm given one more chance. Oh Allah, if you were to give me life back again, if you gave me life back again, I will be amongst those who are believers, who are good people. We will say to Allah, Ya Allah, give me one more life, please. Give me one more life, please. But my brothers and sisters, it's too late. Nothing you can do. وأما من أوتي كتابه بشماله فيقول يا ليتني لم أوت كتابي. Only saying on the day of judgment, if only I did not have this record. To finish off, if only I did not have this record, number one. If only I did not associate any partners with Allah. Number three, if only I obeyed Allah and His Prophet. Number four, if I followed the path of the Prophet. Number five, if I had done something for the hereafter. Number six, if I could turn to dust. Number seven, if I did not take that person as my friend. Number eight, if I had stayed with the Muslims, I would have gained more. Number nine, if only I had another life. May Allah protect us. Ya Arhamar Rahimin, Ya Akramul Akramin, forgive us, Ya Allah. Ya Arhamar Rahimin, have mercy on us, Ya Allah. Ya Arhamar Rahimin, relieve us from our pains and sufferings, Ya Allah. Remove our pains and sufferings, Ya Allah. Remove our illnesses, Ya Allah. Remove our illnesses, Ya Allah. Remove the COVID-19 from our communities, Ya Allah. Remove COVID-19 from this earth, Ya Allah. Ya Arhamar Rahimin, forgive us, Ya Allah. Ya Arhamar Rahimin, make us successful in this world and the hereafter, Ya Allah. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب إنك أنت الوهاب إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون فاذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي ولا تكفرون والله يعلم ما تصنعون. أقم الصلاة. You could kindly stand up and make the line straight and leave the gaps that you're supposed to be leaving. And keep your masks on, pray on the musallas that you have. Keep your masks on, unfortunately, but you have to. Inshallah, iqamah.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
لا إله إلا الله. Brothers and sisters, just before I start, important announcement: when you're leaving the masjid, straight after prayers, don't stand for sunnah, please. Straight away, pick up your bags, pick up your musalla and leave. There's a second jama'ah waiting to come in. And when you're leaving, do not congregate outside because we don't want to give a bad impression or break the law. Pick up your bags and straight go home, inshallah, and make extra dua and extra nawafil and sunnah prayers at home, inshallah. May Allah bless us all and accept our prayers. Allahu Akbar. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. يوم يفر المرء من أخيه وأمه وأبيه وصاحبته وبنيه لكل امرئ منهم يومئذ شأن يغنيه وجوه يومئذ مسفرة ضاحكة مستبشرة ووجوه يومئذ عليها غبرة ترهقها قترة أولئك هم الكفرة الفجرة. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. اللهم صل وسلم.
Assalamualaikum, dear brothers and sisters. As the Imam said, kindly take your bags and leave as soon as possible. And our prayer is and the sunnah and the ascribe in your home. Kindly, through any nearest exit to your town, do not congregate outside, adhere to social distancing. As much as possible, try to leave from the left side of the road to make it a one-way system, make it easy for the second one. That's all I'm saying.